Hello everybody. Today we're gonna check out a cool video. Wow, I've had a couple of old record games that I just never posted, so that'll be nice to check out and all that. But they're super old Voobly patches, 1.05, like that's probably like 2 years ago. Let me just find that clip. Okay, found it. Here we go. So we're looking at a 2v2 here. I have no idea what the rating is of these players, but I assume this guy's real rating is 1650. That's just a guess. This is on Game Ranger, and wow, my sound's pretty loud. Yeah, so we got a Thor here, an Isis. This is Watering Hole, the map, versus Raw and Raw. Wait, Raw, Isis, Thor. Okay. Alright, so before I actually start this, I'm just going to turn down my volume of the game. Alright, we're back. The sound's reduced just a little bit. Let's see what happens. Now, before jumping into this, let's just discuss the meta. The map Watering Hole is super easy to wall. So you can wall here, wall here. Well, actually, this town center blocks clean walling, but you can still wall with buildings. And then you simply boom 2 town center, maybe 3 town center, but the town centers are outside on this map. They're in the middle, so I assume that everybody will play more boomy on this if they follow the meta. Meta is basically just the best way to play the map. So yeah, that would be nice on this. Now the 2 Raws, usually they go fast 2 town center, cast rain, and then go for a semi-fast heroic before they jump into action. But the other great option with Raw is 2 town center and then spam barracks units in the classical age to harass your opponent. So quite a few options, really. I don't know. Obviously, I don't commentate like pro matches, and the style that I'm like commentating right now is like as if this is a pro match. So I'm just gonna drop that down or tone it down a little bit. You guys may have noticed my voice might sound super deep today. It's because I've just been sick for a while, and finally I stopped coughing, and I haven't recorded for like 2 months, I think, or just over a month. I haven't recorded any videos. So I've been dying to record videos, honestly. So here I am. Here we are. And wow. Do you see how... Wow, that's like 30 seconds per second. That's 30 times the speed. Let's just pay attention to this one more time. So we're on 3:55. Let's go for 4 minutes. I'm going to hold down play fast for 1 second. God. Yeah, that's 30 seconds per second. 30 times speed. Incredible. When I record with Fraps, the older program, the fast speed is only like 5 times faster. But with OBS, it's like 30 times faster because it's a background application, I guess. So anyways, the meta, like I was correct. They're going to wall off. Every player seems to be playing more boomy. Blue is the only one who hasn't walled. He's got a very wide angle here plus lines, so he can't really wall that easy. And that's totally fine. Red's actually going for double wall. Kind of unnecessary if you ask me. Rating is going to be pretty much impossible. I mean, you know, you have to go all the way around here. And yeah, it's tough. It's a tough life. Just like these 2 villagers. How did they survive 2 lions? Did somebody die? It's a tough life. It's a tough life. Crocodile, 2 elephants. These 2 elephants are going to die. It's a tough life. It's a tough life, let me tell you. Wow. Wowee. Okay, let's turn up the speed. I'm kind of bored. Let's just see what's going on here. Okay, so I know it's a lot more enjoyable to watch with Fog of War. So now that the game's actually beginning, okay, he did the building wall I was talking about. Now the game's actually beginning, we are just gonna watch in their perspective, see what happens. Is Teal in the first age? Oh wow, this is a very late classical. So John Shoko, very late classical. Strange tactic. This is not a normal tactic. He must have messed up or something to advance this late. Because you can go at latest like 6 minutes, 6 something, and then take 2 town centers and a fast heroic if you advance that late to classic. But that's okay. That's okay. I don't know what he's going to do. He hasn't scouted his third town center yet. That's kind of awkward. This guy's scouting has been a little bit weak too. Oh, he is raw. But, okay, so it's because he's using his Pharaoh for empowerment. Both players are, actually. So the raw players didn't scout anything. With raw, the best play is to scout with your Pharaoh early in the game. Because you find lots of relics. They may be useful. And, yeah, it's the best play. The priest empowers at half of the power, I think. It doesn't show the percentage here. Wait, is he raw? He is raw. It's weird. It doesn't show raw as an upgrade on the priest. But it should be. Alright, whatever. So yeah, you should be scouting with a Pharaoh pretty much every time with raw. It's worth it to scout. And then you can reuse it for gold like this or empowering other things later. Okay, so it's a very slow game. Literally nobody's attacked and we're 8 minutes in. The ratings are just coming out at a slow motion speed here. But it's not going to do any damage whatsoever. We've got one wall. The second one walls it just enough so he has to run through tower fire, which is fine. But there's nothing really to harass here. Well, actually, there's this to harass, but there's the Wadjet. The Wadjet's here and the priest, so can't really attack that. Alright, we got lots of barracks for Teal, so he's playing classical Isis. He's not going fast heroic. This is a much weaker playstyle usually. In fact, Teal seems to be more of an amateur player, I would say, because he's not looping his villagers. Sure, it's not necessary. The vanilla Age of Mythology players don't do that. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not looped. Yeah, the vanilla players don't loop because it's better micro, but players like this tend to forget to build units. Weaker players tend to forget to build units. So that's why auto-queuing is super useful. Plus, this extra 200 plus food that is queued up, you could save it to see how fast you click up to the heroic age. So, yeah. Well, green actually is just taking a second town center now. He just didn't have too much builders there. So, everybody went for a 2 TC. Still have the other rain for blue yet to be casted. Shifting Sands, Freya, and the usual for Isis. So, nothing out of the ordinary so far. This is actually a very slow game. I mean, like, very slow game. Okay, second rain is out. Green has been running around doing absolutely nothing. So a great play on watering hole because there's no point in running around. You can at least destroy the wall. A great play on watering hole, though, is to make a dock here and just transport over, especially with Norse, because your ship can carry units. Your longboat can carry units. So I don't know what he's doing. So he keeps running back because his archer's behind the walls. But like I said, he really needs to just make a dock here somewhere and just transport over, surprise the enemy. If there's zero fighting going on, he should be going for 3 town centers fast, which is what he's finally doing. But his partner hasn't scouted too well either, so yeah, but just gonna speed it up a little bit, a tiny bit. This is just a tiny speed here. Forest fire got casted. It didn't do too much damage. He did prevent a Midgall from going out here though, but red doesn't need a Midgall out here. He can just place one right here. There's literally no point in going so far out. Oh, I mean, I would do Siege Workshop here as well, but like a Midgall right here or right here protects everything. Oh, actually, wow, what am I saying? He already had he already had the first Midgall, so he's probably going for a second one out here to try to get the town center. Now, these guys got to scout a little bit more back here because, I mean, there isn't really much back here right now, but oftentimes players miss like a gold mine or 2 gold mines, and that can cost them the game in the late game sometimes. So it's important to really scout. I can tell the players are not using shift click that much. You can easily just take this rock, shift click all over the map like that kind of thing, but across the minimap, right? So you can just scout effortlessly. It takes 2 seconds and it's done. Especially with a fast unit, nothing can kill it while it's running away. But anyways, triple siege workshop coming out. So red's going for a full siege mode play here with chariots, but he needs to mix in cavalry. I mean, green's got pure cavalry. He's got pure cavalry and myth units. So the only counter really is cavalry. He needs cavalry, chariots. Jesus. Oh, and spearmen. Spearmen would be really nice, but seems like he's not playing with barracks in this game. So, yeah. I used to do that. when I was a lot worse with Egypt. I would just never make a barracks. But yeah, barracks with Egypt is super useful. For the army composition late game, you always need a barracks with Egypt. Spearmen and axemen versus Norse, that's plenty. So I would do spearmen, axemen, siege, and then just mix in maybe chariots or cavalry chariots. And that's it. Maybe some priests, but I mean, yeah, whatever. So the army comp for red is very weak. He's got a good defense, but he's not making the right units, and that's why he's losing the fight there. Let's see what's going on here. Blue's doing the same army composition of just chariots, but he's going for a scarab push. He should have went for eclipse if he's going to do something like this. He could do an eclipse scarab attack, you know? Yeah, he's got so much favor. So many monuments. Wow, this is actually an interesting play. I wonder why he went for so much favor. Usually players go for like... Whoa, what's that small image over there? I'm actually looking with my head. Huh. Looks like a horse. Looks like a chess piece or something. Wow, okay. Yeah. Anyways, chariots are good for raiding, but everybody's walled off 5 years ago on this map, so it's really not going to do anything. Except scouting, because they haven't scouted. So, still no action. We're halfway through the game, apparently. It would be best if I actually covered up this timeline. Kind of like how Boyd does it. I was checking out Boyd's videos. He always covers up this timeline. That makes it more interesting, because you guys don't know when it's going to end. Especially in tight matches where it's like somebody makes a comeback. But yeah, anywho, let's see what's... oh, did I miss some action? Yeah, so there's a locust cast back here. I don't see too many dead bodies, just a few, so definitely didn't deal too much damage. And once again, we got the anti-archers versus pure archers combo here. Literally pure archers. This man needs... Huh. These two guys are playing the exact same. Like the exact same playstyle. Strange. Might be like brothers or something. Okay, so finally, barracks upgrades are coming out. No units just yet. These archers will all die. In fact, I think Green's gonna win this. I just realized Green's the one who sent in the video, so he's probably gonna win this one. But once again, the Egyptian player, finally the first cavalry is on the map. Well, they're not making the right unit. Okay, everybody's going mythic right now. Red's chariots came in. Surprisingly, they killed off all the other units. I thought the Huskarls were enough to fend off, but it looks like Green's relocating up here to push forward. Once again, maybe I should leave it with the fog of war on. Now this is a great scout here. Red's got to utilize this rock, send in a few chariot archers, and then go back there. They still haven't... Wait a minute. Oh, he lost his third town center, I just realized. Alright. Let's see what Green sees. Green's spending his resources effectively. That's good. Oh, this is a fast Ragnarok, though. A little too early. He didn't he didn't upgrade his armory. And... Okay, he does have caravans, but they're under fire. So normally, going Ragnarok, you, first of all, should have a high amount of villagers. Which he does. He didn't max out like normal, but he already had like max population. So now he would need a lot of armory upgrades, which is lacking right now. Alright. Let's see how much damage this deals. He does have flaming weapons stored up, and Red has 0 axemen. He's not ready for Ragnarok. He has all these barracks, and just now starting to produce. He's been upgrading this whole time without even producing any military. So if he actually were to waste all these chariots or bring them back, put them to good use, that would be nice, because then he could remake axemen. Look at this. We got 10 barracks right here, right now. Wow. Huh. He doesn't have enough population to support that, but he's playing it like a death match. Oh, on the other hand, though, Blue's dealing really nice damage with his chariots. Oh, wow. What was this? How did this get here? Oh, he went for rocks. Okay, he didn't go for Ancestors Eclipse. The teal player, he went for rocks. That's pretty sneaky on a map like this, especially. So he's rock dropping elephants. Meanwhile, the Ragnarok's just coming in here, so he's probably getting ready for the flaming weapons now. Yeah, not many armory upgrades. So they could be twice as strong, but like I mean like with armor and all that. But this is still a lot of Ragnarok, and with the flaming weapons you cannot defend against it. But Red's finally playing with Axemen, so that's the good play style here. And yeah, I always like to have resources saved up when I cast Ragnarok, just so I can spam Fire Giants. But on the other hand, the faster you cast it, the more damage you do, because the opponent's less ready for it. Wow, okay. So Blue's completely destroying Teal's base here. Teal is actually getting wiped out. I'm curious what Teal's population... Oh, he's down. He's done with population. So his elephant drop wasn't that successful. And that's the only place he's at. Finally cast Prosperity. 20 minutes in game, but his main base is dying. Meanwhile, Red is getting annihilated here, and I don't think Red's going to survive, to be honest. He's going to run away with a few units, but most of his army is not even in use. That's the problem here. So he had nothing to defend off with. His tornado can still be cast, but will it deal enough damage? So Red's going to go down. I wonder if Green can actually take out Blue after this. That's the real question, because Blue's got full counter against Ragnarok. And Green has 0 economy saved. His market, his trade route is going to be down as well once Teal goes down. So the game just got a little twisted here. This is one of those typical clockwork matches. It's like rotating in a clockwork fashion. Green's going this way, conquering. Blue's going this way and conquering. Oh, a bit of a waste with all this mercenary. That's a bit of a waste. He needed siege. 1 siege tower. That's it. Well, actually, villagers here, but still. You don't need mercenary to take down a building. Oh, Scarab. That's a perfect unit. Scarab and then snipe the Pharaoh. You're good. Oh, man. My throat's starting to itch. Okay. I'm just gonna... Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm just going to apply more speed to this, I think. Hold on. You guys can hear every sound of me downing that water, smacking my lips. Good times. Okay, yeah, this is pretty slow, so let's turn up the speed. If you know what I'm talking about. Get a little more speed up in here. Okay, here we go. Finally, a tornado went down. Could have went down earlier. Preventing this population might have forced out a faster Ragnarok, thus less heroes to deal with. So a little bit late, but it's still useful because Green is so broke. It's gonna be tough for him to rebuild everything now. The only thing he's got in the game is his army, so he might go down. He might go down. I don't know. I thought Green was gonna take it. He did kill Red, which is plenty of work. But this is an all-in sacrifice right now. It's going to be tough to recover. Okay, let's see how no, not red, blue. Let's see how Blue is doing. Pretty good upgrades, great economy, but he's getting attacked right now heavily, and he's not even garrisoning his villagers. He needs to send his army back, but the problem is the wrong units are being attacked. He's going for the Fire Giant, but he should be sending these for the Ragnarok heroes. Yikes. And there's the flaming weapons. Wow, I didn't even realize he didn't even cast the flaming weapons this whole time. And he wiped out Red's base. So that's pretty smart, actually. I would have just casted it right away while I still had more units. Because he's lost more than half his army by now. Yeah, so I mean, this was a good idea. But it was actually not as smart as if he were to cast it right away. He's just not dealing enough damage now. He's got like 10 heroes left and that's it. Oh, he did make a longboat here. He made a longboat, but that was, I think, after the Ragnarok, so kind of late for that. Oh man, I wish I could turn up the scroll speed, like, in the options, but my resolution would get completely screwed up, so I gotta keep it like this for the video. I'll just... Oh, it's already a maximum, I think, actually. It's just, like, really slow when I scroll like this. Gotta use the arrow keys, kind of. Anyways, okay. So Green has 0 economy. He's just now starting to recover, but here's another problem. He's still auto-queuing his military when he has 0 villagers left. As you can see, 0 economy. So that's going to make it a little bit tougher to rebuild everything. But at the same time... yeah, Blue's main did go down, but Blue has so much economy in the bank. And let me just see. He seems to have lost a lot of villagers, too. So let's check the civilian count right now. So clearly, green lost all villagers from the Ragnarok. Blue had max with caravans, but he's down, down, down. And this timeline is very slow when it comes to updating score. So he might have had bigger losses. It shows 58, but I think he's like 40 or 50 right now. And Teal's down there as well. So both Teal and Blue have like the same amount of villagers for economy. However, Blue is way further ahead somehow. So I think Blue's gonna win the game, honestly. I don't see any way that Red can recover effectively unless they just don't attack each other. But Teal, you know, Teal can still recover. It's just that Teal hasn't been doing anything all game. Well, actually, he did one elephant drop, but yeah, so I'm just gonna speed it up and see what happens once again. So basically, no team is in the lead right now. Like, they're both tied up. Green died just as much as Red when it comes to economy. Let me see if Red... Oh, no, Red has one villager left. Wait, he has no villagers? He must have a villager. Oh, yeah, he's got 2 villagers, rebuilding a town center, 1 back here, and that's it. So Red completely died, honestly. Green is finally starting to recover. He's got about 30 villagers now, so that's pretty good. Yeah, good recovery. It just takes like 10 minutes, you know, after the Ragnarok to fully recover if you don't have banks saved up. As well as, there's so much favor that comes from Ragnarok. You could easily queue up more than 10 fire giants. So that favor got all wasted, unfortunately. But I think even without that, now the green and teal team is in the strong lead. Because there's 2 players with economy who can play versus 1 player with economy. Meteor goes down. Destroys a few things, but not much damage, actually. Didn't even... Oh. Yeah, it took the town center. That's... Wow. That's tough. That's life, and that's tough. That is tough. Alright, let's see what happens. So elephants coming in here. Elephants get wiped out with cavalry, as well as chariots. Any archers wipe out elephants, really. They're great beefy units, but that's about it. And raiding coming in here against teal. This would actually be really effective. There we go. So he's basically disrupting his trade route. All his gold, the most crucial resource. Scarabs. So once again, blue's coming in to wipe out teal, and this is pretty effective here. He could technically wipe him out completely. For some reason, blue's economy is in shambles. He's only producing villagers from 1 town center, even though he's got 4 town centers. So that's a bit of a mistake, because he really needs more villagers. He needs way more villagers. I think he lost a few once again in the meteor shower. He's basically at 50 villagers right now. And green is already back at 80 plus villagers. So green has the top economic lead once again when it comes to income. Yeah, okay, I guess green's gonna take it. Simply with the economic comeback there. So green's finishing off red. Red's getting wiped out, but teal did not get wiped out. He keeps coming back with cavalry and whatnot to fend off versus the mainly chariot siege combo. So it looks like that's about it, guys. I think that's literally the end of the game. I mean, it's almost the end, but like that's the reason why green won is due to economy. Still lacking those army upgrades, but I think he's just getting to them now. So red's dead. You know what? One thing I want to analyze here is the names. We got Quetzal and Zorro. So Zorro is from that famous movie a while ago, and Quetzal, it sounds like crystal. It sounds like a type of crystal. Also sounds kind of Egyptian, so yeah, pretty suitable name for Raw. Pretty suitable. Yeah, okay. That's about it. It's fairly straightforward from here. They could keep fighting. In fact, red and or green and blue have the same score. But because blue is not producing villagers properly, his economy cannot outmatch green. So because green's economy is up there, he's going to have higher upgrades and everything like that. There's just no chance. You have to max out your villagers always, so. It's going to be a 2 versus 1 now. Red is pretty much completely wiped out. And it is going to be GG. He did, once again, run away with a few villagers. There goes red resigning, and there goes blue resigning. So that's a good game. Thanks for sending in the clip by RR1650. Whew, well, I'm pretty tired. Maybe I'll record more tomorrow when I'm more wide awake. Well, yeah, this is just a casual little game. Just a casual game. I must say it wasn't too exciting. I might not even, like, I'll just post this in the deleted section of my playlist. So it's like not promoted that much because, you know, I just put the more boring or buggy videos there. If there's a video with like sound problems and whatever. Anywho, final look at the economy. Overall, yeah, overall blue. Well, green had the highest eco. Yeah, it's just the gold count blue took by a long mile. And that's it. Yeah, thanks for sending the clip. For anybody that wants to send in clips, I actually have been not keeping up with the clips for quite a few months now. So I'm going to say I don't need any more clips. But regardless, in the future, if you got some games, you can always save it and in a few months send it in, something like that. See you guys on the other side of the sun.